Hi guys, Miss Abate here. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our lesson for today. Today's lesson, we are going to be working on the short A and the long A sound for Unit 1, Week 4. Okay, so two things you need, something to write with, something to write on. If you don't have those, go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and get them. All right, so if you guys remember, the short A makes what sound? Ah. Good. The short A makes what sound again? Ah. Okay. So if we have the word at, that makes hat. Okay. So short A, at, hat. Let's do one more. We have the word cap, cap. Okay. So I want you guys to say this first one with me on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hat. Good job. Ooh, didn't mean to write on that. I want you guys to say the next word with me on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Cap. Very good. So we know that the short A makes the ah sound. So the long A is going to say the name. It's going to make the A sound. Okay? So not ah, it's going to make A. So say it with me on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. A. Very good. Okay, so how we make that long A sound is we add a silent E to the end of these words. Okay, so we have hat. If we add a silent E to the end and we make this A say its name, it doesn't say hat anymore. What does it say? Hate. The A makes the long A sound. Very good. So our second word, we have cap. Okay. So cap with the short A. What do we add to make it have the long A sound? An E at the end, but that E doesn't, it looks very slanted. I'm sorry for that. So we know the E doesn't make a sound, but we're going to make that A say its name. So it's not cap anymore, it's cape. Very good. So what we're going to go ahead and do, you guys are going to go ahead and get out your piece of paper and pencil or whatever you have to write with to write on. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let me get my whiteboard up because this is going to be a little bit easier for you guys to see with, okay? All right. So you guys are going to follow along with me. So instead of mine being backwards for you, I'm going to go ahead and put them up here so that way they're the right way. Okay, so we're going to start with short A sounds. Let's go ahead and make the word tap. How do we spell that? T-A-P, tap. I want you to write that down. Okay. Now, how do we, or what happens if we add this E to the end? What is the new word? Tape. Good. It makes the long A sound. That A says its name. Very good. What about, let's do the word. How about let's just do cat. At. Okay. And if we add that silent E to the end, oops, I did not mean to make it bigger. If we add that silent E to the end, what word do we have now? Kate. I know it's not really a word, it's maybe a name, but that's okay. We're just kind of making up some words or making sure that we know the long A sound gets added when we add that silent E. What about, let's do lat. So remember, you're going to be writing these words down with me, and I hope that you're saying them out loud. at, lat. So if I add that silent E at the end, what is that new word? Late. The A makes that long A sound. Very good. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and take a break from writing these words down. And we're going to go ahead and do some more blending with having the sounds, putting the letters with the sounds, and saying what the new word is. Okay. All right. So let's start here. Okay. So I first want you to listen. I want you to listen to the sounds and then listen to what the word is. Oh.
G.
So what's the new word?
Bag.
Good. Ready?
B.
What's the new word?
Crab.
Crab. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep listening how we're blending the sounds. It's a new word?
Black.
Good.
Cat.
Okay, now I want you to watch this, okay? What's the new word?
Bake.
So it has that silent E at the end, right? We notice that the other words like cat didn't have that silent E at the end, okay? So if we have the word bake, we don't say b-a-k, E, that E goes with that last sound. So it's one sound together, okay? And that silent E changes the way that that short A makes a sound, okay? So let's keep practicing that. Ooh. What's the new word?
Base.
Bass. Because again, that silent E isn't a sound. It's silent. So it changes the way that that A is said. It makes it the long A. Very good. What's a new word?
Cake.
Good.
Fast.
It wasn't faced because there's no silent E at the end. We're going to do one more. Ready? What's a new word?
Fan.
Very good. All right. So to kind of wrap up what we've been talking about in this lesson today, boys and girls, is, let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen for a second. Okay. Is when you want to do the short A, there's no E at the end, right? But when you want to make it say the short or the long A, or a word has a silent E, it makes it say the name of the vowel. And what's the name of the vowel? A. So just to review, I want you guys to go ahead and tell me what the short A sound makes. Ah. Good. And what about the long A? What sound does the long A make? A. Good. What do we add at the end of the word to make the long A say its name? A silent E. All right, guys, that's going to do it for our first lesson. Meet me back here for another lesson. See you later.